Welcome to part 11 of the How to Memorize Numbers Easily series, where we'll talk about the process of setting up peg words for numbers 80 to 89. I'm Nick Mwema from ImpressiveMemory.com, and if you're watching this video for the first time, I suggest starting from part 1 of the series to get a better understanding of the peg method of memory. You'll find all the videos in the playlist section of the YouTube channel. For this video, the number 8 is constant for all numbers between 80 to 89. Back in part 3 of the series, we discovered that 8 is represented by 3 consonant sounds. The first sound is the F sound. Think of words like fame or file, for example. The second sound is the F sound from the letters P and H when pronounced together. A word like phone makes good use of the sound. And the third sound is the V sound from the consonant V. Words like vow or vein bring out the V sound. Feel free to use any of the 3 consonant sounds that feels comfortable to you for number 8. With that said, let's get into it. So let's start with number 80. The same consonant sounds represent number 8, while the S or Z sounds represent number 0. Bringing the two together, you can use words like face or vase, for example. For 81, the consonants T or D represent number 1. Think of words like fate, vet, or fit. N represents number 2 in 82. You can use words such as vein, phone, or fun. With 83, when the consonants for 8 and M are put together, you form words like fume or foam, for example. For 84, words like fury or free can be used because R stands for 4. For number 85, L represents number 5. What words can you think of? What about file, full, or foil, for example? With 86, you can use words like fish and fudge as examples. The consonant sounds sh, ch, and j represent number 6. You can learn more about this in part 3 of the series. Moving on, consonant sounds k or g represent the number 7 in 87. This forms words such as fig or fog. For 88, the same sounds we saw earlier represent number 8. Think of words like fufu or FIFA, for example. And finally, for 89, you can use words such as fab or fob, for example. 9 is represented by either P or B. To help you create your own list, these are the words and the imaginations I use to memorize numbers 80 to 89. You can use my imaginations, but it's always better and more vivid if you use yours. For number 80, I use the word face. I imagine my face for number 80. Next, I use the word vet to represent 81. I simply imagine a vet for 81. For 82, I use the word phone. I picture myself using my smartphone. For 83, my peg word is fume. I visualize fuming with rage. With 84, fur is my peg word of choice. I simply imagine looking at beautiful fur for 84. File represents 85 for me. I imagine a file full of documents. For 86, I use the word fish. I picture a fish for 86. With 87, I use fog to represent it. I imagine thick fog whenever I see 87. With 88, I use the word FIFA. I visualize the football organization, or often the video game. And finally, for 89, I often use the word FB, which is the acronym Facebook, to represent it. I imagine myself using the social media platform. To conclude, so that's how you come up with peg words for numbers 80 to 89. But to practice what you've learned in this video, let's look at an example 6-digit number. 808,586. We can quickly and vividly remember this number using the peg words we formed earlier. Let's use my peg list to memorize this 6-digit number. We'll start by breaking down the number like this. We'll take the first 2 digits, 80, and we'll use the word face to remember it. We'll go to the next 2 digits, 85, and we'll use the peg word file to memorize it. And we'll go to the last 2 digits, 86, and we'll use the peg word fish to memorize 86. Next, we'll use our wide imaginations to come up with a silly story to link all the peg words together. Here's my imagination. I'll imagine discovering a face when opening a file. I'll then picture a file eating a fish. It's a simple, illogical story that links all the peg words together. It's also crazy. But by making the story crazy and illogical, it becomes extremely vivid in your mind. In short, it becomes memorable. You also don't need to remember the number, only the peg words themselves. So when you bring together a face, a file, and a fish, you get 808,586. It's that simple. Now you try it. Come up with your own peg words and use your endless imagination to help you with the process. You can do it. If you've enjoyed this video, like and share with your friends. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.